We're live.
Oh shit!
Okay. All right. I am going to do this as quickly as humanly possible.
Hoo-yah!
Hit pause, you motherfucker. No, pause. I don't want to hear myself talk to myself.
That's a joke I never get tired of. Allow myself to introduce myself.
I won't allow that. What are you gonna do?
Probably do it anyway.
Goddamn thing. That's what.
Yikes. That's not what I wanted. This is what I wanted. Okay.
Jason says, hi, ladies, and Rissy.
Oh, hi!
You don't say.
I know, right?
Guys, I can't spell infinity. That's what I'm discovering.
I-N-F-I-N.
No. I got it. I'm just saying that, like, every time I try to type it, I miss an I in there somewhere, and it's like, this is misspelled. And I'm like, I can't tell where the missing I is. I'm sorry, squiggly red line.
We sure are going to be talking something about that Infinity War. Yep. Ding!
Or infinity.
Infinity War. I decided to leave the hat as part of the landscape.
I like it.
I do
too.
Plus, it's like Christian is always with us. And who doesn't want that?
Sure, yeah.
Not Christians.
That was amazing.
Okay. Posts are posted. Ladies, go ahead and get your recording stuffs ready.
Hold on just a second.
I can put on pants. Pants.
Okay. I'm ready.
There we go. What's today? Today is May 2nd. Is that right?
Yes. It's no longer the 1st of May. So no outdoor fucking.
No, Jonathan Colton clearly states that outdoor fucking starts today.
That's a good point. Well, so here in Canada, that's not a thing. It's more like 1st of June, I think. I mean, you can try it, but you might die of hypothermia.
You said it was like 70 degrees the other day.
I mean, it was, but it's not gonna settle into being warm for a bit. In fact, it's possible to get snow.
How long are you planning to fuck?
get lipo. I mean, all day, every day.
That sounds terrible.
I discovered this new lube. It's called Swiss Navy. I assume they call it that because you could fuck the entire Swiss Navy. Do the Swiss have a Navy? I don't know.
Why would you want to do that? That sounds like it'd get boring after a while.
And just make them go through many costume changes. A different costume for each one.
Poor Josh is so confused.
Oh, here he is, though.
Yeah, I know, but he just messaged us and he was like, they both say May 2nd. They are both May 2nd. We're separating them so no one gets spoiled on accident.
Oh, Josh Donovan. So I've posted one Infinity War meme on my Twitter, and it's Frasier related, and so there's no context to tie it to Infinity War. So if you didn't know that it was a reference to Infinity War, you wouldn't get it. That's the only meme that I have reposted. So I, like you, am being careful about my memes. Oh, I guess I retweeted one that has the Friends TV show logo with the colored dots, and somebody said, the Infinity Stones were hiding in plain sight all along. And I'm like, okay, that one's not really a spoiler, right? You know that there are Infinity Stones if you...
Well, I do now.
You already watched the movie, bitch.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I did.
Don't even with that shit. Oh, also, Christian is definitely married. I got to see him get married at ZoeCon this past February. It was the most beautiful ceremony. The bride's dress had gosh, she was awesome. It was white, but with a sheer overlay covered in all these embroidered flowers. Oh my God. Yeah, it was great.
Sean, you're going to have to wait. You're going to have to wait until after I'm done. We're going live. We're recording. It will make noise. And you have to rinse stuff. Just take him into the room. Guys, we're going to have a domestic abuse situation on the podcast. Live. Wednesday.
Oh, dear.
I'm sorry. Just kidding. Oh, God. Okay, he's tripping over the cats. Okay.
Meow.
This is going to go well. Okay, but no rinsing anything.
Okay, no rinsing.
Especially not your dick.
Especially.
Especially not your dick.
Yeah, especially not your dick, Rissy says.
Don't rinse my dick?
Yeah, that's what Rissy says. You gotta do what Rissy says.
I don't have foreskin now.
What does that have to do with anything?
I don't need to rinse my dick.
He says he doesn't need to rinse his dick because he doesn't have foreskin. Honey, I think we have some serious things to talk about when this podcast is over.
I know. I'm like, this has created more issues. I was just making a joke, but...
I'm so sorry.
Yeah. Guys,
Jesus
I've been
Christ.
wondering what that weird smell is.
Ugh.
And
Liquid
now-
hot smegma.
It's all clear.
Yeah. Ugh.
I thought it was just because I refused to put jade eggs into my vagina, but now I know the truth.
Just tell them how you started cussing and flipping.
Oh, okay. This is not Infinity Wars. We're not talking about it.
Okay.
Sorry.
Wait, what if the Infinity Stones were jade eggs and the Infinity Gauntlet was actually your vagina? So,
and you have to shut fist.
Yeah, you have to fist each one into place. It's like Lady Thanos, and you're cramming the Jade Infinity Stones because Jade can come in different colors, right?
But then do you have to in order to wield the gauntlet, do you have to fist yourself?
Yes.
Okay.
Although, you can also tilt back and fire them out individually as grenades.
This got real weird. All right, no more Infinity War talk until we hit the spoiler cast, which will be don't worry, you guys. If you haven't seen it, you're safe. Okay.
Done.
Thanks, dude.
Dormammu, I have come to fist. Oh my yes. Ah, thank you, JD.
Y'all are weird. I said no sinks.
No, you said no rinsing.
is he even still alive, Blythe? Why do you let him live?
I mean, that bitch knows what time we're supposed to start.
I know.
So,
You rinsed your hands, cocksucker. I'm sorry, but when I go on trial for murder, you guys are all of you, not just you two.
you're totally
Yeah, no,
justified.
But everybody in the chat as well.
Yeah.
Yep.
Ugh. I'm so glad we record these.
I washed my hands in the bathroom too. What are you gonna do about it?
Well, that I couldn't fucking hear. You're a real piece of shit right now. You know that?
No, I'm not. I set up your whole rig for your streaming.
That doesn't make it okay. We need
Therefore
okay.
possible by me.
Get out. We need to go live. Are you guys ready?
For real?
Yes, for real.
Are we gonna do this on a podcast?
We're not doing anything. I'm just kicking you out so I can do
I'm
this.
gonna throw down in a second.
Oh my god. Mem.
They're such wool heads, tug.
I don't know what that means, but I agree.
It's a wheel of time.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay.
I'm twitching my skirts now. You can't see it. Also, I'm not
Sure.
wearing any skirts.
That sounds
No.
about right.
Those wool heads. Blood and ashes.
Okay. Are you guys have your audio equipment up and running?
Yes.
Okay. All right. We're clicking record. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Excellent. And we're clapping. In 3, 2, 1. Awesome.
Awesome.
I need to pull my show notes up. Oh, well, they should already be up somewhere. And then I'm good to go. Oh,
I've already
that's
got mine.
what'd you say?
I've already got mine.
Oh, how fancy. So do I. I just wasn't navigated to the correct page. All right, here we go. I am ready whenever you guys are.
Ready?
Yep. Hello, and welcome to episode 86 of the Dork Pridecast. My name is Amanda.
I'm Blythe.
And I'm Rissy. We make up a comedy group called the Damsels of Dorkington, and this is our podcast, which is also funny, depending on how much you like poop jokes, and dick jokes, or grasshoppers in your dick jokes, or if you're drunk. You know, like you do.
Like you do. We are not currently drunk.
I'm getting there.
Rissy is working on it.
I'm still not drinking, so
Amanda has sworn off of alcohol forever,
for at least a week.
and it's lasted a surprisingly long time.
Yeah, I'm
So far.
impressed.
It's not like I also haven't gone to the grocery store in a while, so
Oh.
there's no booze in my, there's like liquor in my house, but nothing to mix it with, so I'm not gonna drink that.
That's fair.
Though I opened a beer tonight at a work thing and was like, I don't actually want this, and then gave it to somebody else.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair.
But you're still polluting your body with Diet Pepsi, so
Mm,
I don't
'cause
even
it's
know what to say to
delicious.
you. Oh God, you're wrong. You're sick
Yeah, but
and
it's
wrong.
not going to give her a hangover, so fuck off with that.
It's Diet Pepsi. Gross. Ugh.
Your
Rissy,
face
do you
is
understand
gross.
that people
Ugh.
have different tastes and that's okay, and you don't have to shit on everything
But I
all
do,
the
though.
time? You
Diet
don't.
Pepsi is like drinking ring wraith jism. Ugh.
Okay, first of all, that's not even a real thing, so it can't be like that.
You don't know that.
I do know that.
You don't know that.
I do.
Blythe, come on. You know who I am, right? My personality is to shit on anybody with a difference of opinion.
Sure, but every time, pick and choose, my dude.
Also, I'd suck a lot of ring wraith cock if their jizz tasted like Diet
You heard it
Pepsi.
right here, folks. Ring wraith cock. That maybe should be the title of the episode.
All right. Wait, finding it early. I love it. It makes my job easier. So thank you for both of you creating that weirdness.
Ah.
Poor Amanda over there is exhausted. So
That's
sucking
me.
so you'll have to forgive her. That's why she is chugging Diet Pepsi like it's her fucking job. Amanda, you're not sleeping very well. Do you know why, or are you just fighting your general insomnia?
I mean, there's always that.
Yeah.
I've also just been busy. I have a conference I'm leaving for in about 10 days that I have to make a poster for that I haven't really started working on. So I've got like a week to get that done because I have to get it to the printer.
Oh, yeah. Poster panic.
What is your poster about?
Boring science bullshit.
Yeah, no shit.
It's a population and evolution and quantitative genetics meeting. So it's all the evolutionary side of the stuff that I work on.
Ooh, so fancy.
Yeah. So.
Dude, did I ever tell you I looked at Even Skipped in Virilis?
No.
It was dope. It is definitely different from Melanogaster.
I mean, they are a lot bigger.
Yes, yeah, it was neat though. There's lots of cool evolutionary shit to be found out. In flies.
Word.
And it's very interesting and not boring. And people who do it are cool, like you.
I mean, I think that. I don't think a lot of people want to hear the minutia of the stuff that I do because most people wouldn't understand it, which is fine because it's very specific.
No, they're wool heads. They're big wool heads.
No, they just haven't studied this specific thing.
I mean, there's always a way to explain things to people, right?
Yeah, but I'm tired and I don't feel like it. So
well, okay.
That's really what it is. It takes some effort to explain it in a way that a normal person could understand it. So.
Are you calling me normal? Just kidding.
Yes.
I'm pretty.
Well, I think the word you're looking for is basic.
No. You're going to be the second person she murders tonight.
I know. Well, what? She going to come through my fucking computer like the girl from The Ring, which she does an uncannily good impression of?
You gotta see me eventually.
God damn it.
I am nothing if not a rememberer of things.
Yeah.
Is that true, though?
I mean, it's more true than it is for me. Because I am not a rememberer of things.
Well,
I'm a forgetter of things.
I disagree with that, actually. Your timeline of our D&D game that we're going to be talking about in Damsels and Dragons, I've gone in today and added a bunch of shit, and there's still some things I need to add, but I wanted to talk to Melissa first to see if she can fill in some gaps. But you actually got most of it, including a couple things I forgot.
That's because I take fucking notes. I didn't remember it. Like the questions that I had on there is because I didn't take notes about that specific thing. So like a lot of that is just copied word for word from the like. As we've played more, I've gotten better about taking notes because I won't remember anything if I don't. So like I took my whole packet of stuff home with me last time we played and basically just transcribed it all. And then, so there were questions about some of the earlier stuff just because I'm like, I wrote a line and I don't even know what that means. So
I have on my character sheet written, well, the queen herself is made of cockroach meat.
Okay.
I don't know where that comes from.
We haven't run into any queens.
No, we haven't. And so I'm just like, is this some kind of secret code that I wrote to my future self? Is this some 12 monkey shit? The queen herself is made of cockroach meat.
That's very strange.
Yeah. I don't know what that means.
I don't either, and I really wish I did. So yeah, I'm like, what?
What indeed?
What?
Blythe, that's a really pretty color on you.
Thanks. It's because I'm a redhead now, so green is not bad.
Although a lot of the myths about what colors redheads can and cannot wear are largely inaccurate and mostly just outdated style shit. Look at Christina Hendricks, right? She looks amazing wearing both pink and red, which are colors that redheads are usually expressly prohibited from wearing.
I disagree.
I wear a shitload of pink and red.
Well, I'm just saying that old-fashioned stupid rules, like also including white after Labor Day and all that shit, say redheads should never wear pink or red.
I just saw Christina Hendricks on The Daily Show, and I don't know who was styling her, but I did not like it.
What was she wearing?
It was like an all pink ensemble. Oh my God, can you open the door and let this codependent cat in? Thank you.
Don't rinse the cat, though.
Holy crap, I'm
That was
sorry.
like he's not normally that loud when he is
Or
sad.
insistent. Normally it's like one or two mews and we're done, but he was not stopping. Sorry. So yeah, she was wearing this like pink outfit that was just like, it was like button up and she was like buttoned up to the neck. So it was just like pink.
Oh, well,
And
the
then
other thing
her
is
makeup too was just like, what is happening? So much like bright pink rouge. It was just like, I don't like you are a beautiful woman and I would have sex with you if you did not look like you do currently.
If you would just take your clothes off.
Yeah. Hey, Christina Hendricks, would you kindly take your clothes off so we can?
Would you kindly?
Yeah. Well,
Because I'm not going to have sex with you if you continue to wear that.
Also, here's a makeup remover. You really got to tone down that rouge, girl.
Yeah. Well, so on Mad Men, she wore several pink dresses and looked really great. However, they all had appropriate necklines. If you're busty, you really shouldn't. I mean, you can, but you probably shouldn't. Also, it's going to be really hard to have it properly tailored. Do all the button up all the way. It's like V-necks and scoop necks. That's what I've resigned myself to. Like, otherwise, it's going to make you look weird and kind of stumpy and top heavy, but not in a good way.
Yeah. Yeah, it was not great.
Yeah, fucking crew necks and high collars. And that shit is all in fashion right now, too. I'm like, nah.
I like all collars.
Well, that's because they all look good on you, you bitch.
Hashtag yes, all collars.
I don't have a particularly small bust.
No, but it is not, overwhelmingly large to the point where it distorts your silhouette.
Your tits aren't all in your face is what she's trying to say.
Yeah.
That's because I don't manipulate them to be so.
I don't add these days.
I don't add I tend to go as nothing there as possible.
No, this is an underwire, but it has no padding at all, actually. There's no padding, no push-up effect. I just gained some weight. and am naturally sag resistant. So yeah. Nope, they're just
resistant to the Screen Actors Guild.
Indeed, fuck those guys. They can't tell me how to live my life.
Yeah.
They can't actually.
I mean, they can try, but you don't have to listen.
Yeah, but Amanda, your silhouette is close to ideal. So yes, obviously, you can wear all the colors.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I say on behalf of her.
Yeah, bitch, she said, shaking her fist. But, you look really good.
Are you flirting with me? Because
maybe a little.
Okay. I could be into that.
I'm into your earrings right now.
Awkward.
What did you say?
I'm into your earrings right now.
Oh, yeah. These are my aluminum ones.
Oh,
aluminum.
So light despite being so large.
Super light. Yes, they weigh nothing. I can't even feel them.
Holy shit, that's awesome.
Yes. I got them on Etsy because that's where I buy all my things.
Dude, I just bought some cotton rounds, reusable cotton rounds off of Etsy, and I'm like, being eco-conscious and shit with my toner. Ooh.
I just don't use anything but my fingers.
Well, I don't actually use it with my toner. What I use them with, although a lot of people do, I use it with, in the morning, I've been getting away from letting tap water touch my face because our water's pretty hard. So I use a cleansing water with like green tea extract in it. And so I just put that on a cotton round and wipe my face down real gentle like. And I've really been liking it. And then in the shower, I always have a sheet mask on.
I'm sorry. Sorry. I'm just picturing it is all. I'm sorry. Not laughing at you. I'm just laughing at the image of you.
Oh, no.
So
You wouldn't
Does that make it better? I'm not laughing at you. I'm just laughing at what I imagine you look like.
I'm laughing near
well,
you.
it probably is pretty funny.
It is. Also, you should hear the things that I say to myself in the mirror when I put on a sheet mask. Like,
do you like Buffalo Bill yourself?
Yeah, oh, fuck me. Actually, because it kind of looks like Hannibal Lecter when he's in the rig, so I'm gonna toughen your nipples, didn't it? Love your suit. So, yeah, it is funny, and, yeah, I enjoy fucking with my own reflection, so no hard feelings there. But sheet masking in the shower after you've done all of your watery steps and an oil step, if you do that, is a great way to hydrate your pores into oblivion, for those of you who care about that kind of thing. There are also sheet masks designed for men and that accommodate facial hair.
Or you can just get a ring wraith to come all over your face. I hear it tastes like Diet Pepsi.
I've heard that too. I don't know from whom. Probably some crazy bitch.
Probably. That seems very likely.
But yeah,
she's sleep deprived, and you just called her a crazy bitch. I think there's gonna be a murder spree.
Well, actually, Rissy's the one who said that. So Rissy
that was
calling
self-deprecating
herself,
humor.
Yeah, she was calling herself a crazy bitch.
Ass was able to follow that logical train. Saying.
There were a lot of red lines. I'm just saying.
Have we gone into It's Always Sunny?
Can we talk about the mail? Let's talk about the mail.
I don't get these references.
I only know it because the drummer guy did it, and Sean watches it all the time.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I watched that episode, and it was really good. I like it. It's Always
Literally
Sunny.
have never watched any Always Sunny. So.
It's pretty great. It's pretty fucking great.
No, it's the worst, and people who like it are the worst. And
they're so stupid.
I guess you could just call me the worst, she said, crotch scratchingly.
I, for some reason, really thought you were going to throw your legs up in the air and give us a crotch shot. I don't know why that's what happened in my head, but that is the movie that played out in my head.
I'm gonna fire the Jade Egg Infinity Stones out of my cooch, because that's...
Girl.
Guys, that brings up an important question. Yes. Pants or no pants?
No pants, girl.
No pants for me either. It's warm today.
Shit. But I'm the most pantsed member.
But the shirt that I'm wearing is a long one. It's almost dress length, so I could get away with it.
Yeah.
So, there's that. Guys, this week, the rest of this week is really exciting. Are you aware of what's happening?
No.
Well, Star Wars Day is on Friday for Star Wars.
Oh, well, sure. May the 4th be with you. And also with you.
And also with you. Saturday is Cinco de fucking Mayo.
There's no good Mexican restaurants here.
Oh, boo.
Yeah.
That's
well,
very sad.
Didn't you learn how to make some, delicious Mexican food or some shit?
Chimichanga. It's true, but we don't have a fryer.
Oh, boo.
Yeah, so I know how to do it. Also, we don't have white Velveeta up here.
Oh, well, that's...
Why does that matter?
Because that's... So Melissa and I came... Luna Teague's co-author.
You're biffing it right now.
Yeah.
Did you just say you're yiffing it?
No, but I'll go with that too.
Okay, you're yiffing. Whatever. It's cool. We're friends. I try not to judge about everything. Anyway.
You're the one who wants to fuck a gorilla.
Yeah, it's true.
Go on.
I had full release in that dream.
I'm sure you did.
Weirdly, okay, so last week.
Don't let John hear. Shh.
Okay, right. So last week I was perioding and it always fucks up my sleep cycle and gives me really super fucked up dreams. I don't even remember what I dreamed about. I came 3 times in my sleep.
That's crazy town.
I know. Yeah. I woke up and I'm like, what the fuck is happening to me?
Simultaneous, back to back, or came, wake
3 different times,
fall asleep,
course of
wake up again.
Yes, the second option.
Jesus.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Yeah, I can't even usually I'm too fucking worn out because they tend to be fairly intense for me, right? So that's not usually a thing I can do. And so I was just like, what the shit is going on? Yeah, that was way weird. What was I talking about?
Don't know.
Yeah.
Ring wraithgism.
Delicious ring wraithgism. See, I like the non-diet version of ring wraithgism. I guess that would be Saurongism.
Oh, God. Gross.
Yeah, that's nasty. Now you've gone too far.
That's a bridge too far. Oh, Josh, that's right. Josh asked a question. Okay. Rissy, have you done the animal sheet mask, the one that looks like tigers? So I would love to. They have otters and dragons and shit. The problem is that that brand of sheet masks are all fucking full of alcohol. And my skin hates that shit.
That's only for her stomach.
Yeah. Alcohol goes in.
And her butthole.
Yeah.
Or her butthole.
Butt chugging.
Yes.
So yeah, I would love to, but I'm not putting that shit on my face. Alcohol makes my skin freak the fuck out. It's very drying. It makes my pores super visible. Ugh, no.
Wait, Rissy, you were talking about white cheese, white Velveeta.
Oh, yeah, white Velveeta. Okay, so Melissa and I tinkered with this recipe.
And somehow we got back to skincare. But anyway, go on.
Yeah.
Velveeta.
So we tinkered with it. We talked a lot about how we can mimic the white queso. that goes on, as far as I can tell, only chimichangas created in neither the northeastern corner of Kansas or the northwestern corner of Missouri. It's like a white queso with a little green chilies in it. And so she was like, yeah, it's good fucking shit, and it exists nowhere else in Christendom. I swear to fucking Christ.
That's definitely not true. I've had that on stuff in Austin.
Oh, really? Because the thing is,
these breakfast taco burrito things that were some of the best that I've ever eaten in my life. But so
the queso is there, but do they have long, skinny chimichangas rather than the giant, bloated monstrosities that pass for chimichangas?
I didn't eat chimichangas. I had these delicious
breakfast tacos.
Okay, so
queso on it. And mimosas.
Ooh, that does sound good.
It was a pretty good meal.
Bottomless mimosas are a deadly trap. But so the Kansas City style, let's call it, chimichanga is long and skinny, super crispy on the outside, full of delicious, there's tomato sauce and chicken that's probably been slow cooked and then pulled apart. And then on top is this white queso with the green chilies. And that combination is impossible to find anywhere else. But Melissa was like, well, let's try white Velveeta because it's probably the closest, in approximating the meltiness as well as the taste. And at first when we did it, I was like, it's not there. And then I was like, the green chilies. And so we got a can of green chilies and put it in there and bam.
You became Emerald?
I did.
Old school Emerald, to be clear.
Bam, yes. Yeah, what is he doing nowadays?
Not bamming, from what I've heard.
What a waste. Maybe he can't. Maybe he developed some kind of degenerative neurological disease and can't bam.
He can do everything except yell bam.
Yes. Very somebody deleted a small piece of brain tissue that controls your ability to bam.
Sure, why not? So we got onto this topic because I was saying that the upcoming rest of this week is Crazy Town, because Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Do you guys know what Sunday is?
Yeah. No.
Sunday is the day the tickets go on sale for Gen Con. Anyway, so if you go to Gen Con, and you should, then you're going to want to get your tickets. And this is your weekly reminder that if you are a patron at the $20 level or above for at least 3 months, do not buy a VIP ticket for yourself. Just buy a regular ticket and we'll upgrade it. We're going to have a special badge you can just flash and be like, VIP, bitch.
Can we rig it up with some kind of little chip that plays? No.
That would be really annoying.
That's true.
That'd be the point, though.
Yeah, that would also be expensive. That's the real problem.
Also, that would be probably heavy, and I don't think people would want to wear.
That's true.
Something with
batteries and shit.
Yeah. Or maybe they would.
A girl.
I don't know. I don't know what people want. I don't know what you people want.
What do you mean, you people?
What do you mean, you people?
I mean, people who aren't me.
Oh,
those are people that are you.
Weird.
Yeah.
That's us.
Yep. It is.
Literally everyone else.
Pretty much.
Well, we've progressed through the earliest stages of child development, so go team! We
Yay!
can enjoy ourselves. Jean Piaget's corpse is spinning like mad.
I don't know what that means, but I agree.
I do. You don't. It's boring.
That sounds right.
Yep.
I remember my Furby used to tell me that when I would talk to it. I'd be like, Furby, I'll talk to you. And be like, boring. And I'd be like, well, actually, Furby, I'm going to put you in the microwave.
You even actually your Furby?
Obviously.
No wonder it thought you were boring.
Fucking Furby. I'll teach it to mouth off to me.
That's right. Backhand it right into the frying pan. And then you eat it.
Blythe is very violent tonight.
Well, we've seen why.
Can blame her?
You've seen people be
blame
pushing
her
my
for that.
fucking buttons.
Buttons.
Loosen up my buttons, babe.
Uh-huh. Guys.
Yeah.
How's your week? Was it nice to be able to relax and not have to stream every day?
I got to do half of that sentence.
Well, sure. But
Although I found out that I got accepted into this workshop thing that I applied for.
yeah, I'm so excited for
What's
you.
it about?
It's a Woods Hole course. It's their
those
workshop
are very
on molecular evolution. Yeah, it was like I had to write an essay and get a letter of reference and
Oh, yeah, that shit is insane.
yeah. But they said I can go.
Yay!
I'm excited for you.
That's gonna be
Yeah.
really cool. Mole Evo is I like to think of it as, you know, trying to repair some of that schism between the molecular and evolutionary sides of biology. It's a weird schism if you think about it.
Those sides get along fairly well.
Depends
They have their
on
own.
who you're talking to.
I just talk to cool people. So that's not true. I don't talk to anybody. Let's be real.
But that's really
I was like, Blythe, how did you know? Oh, right, because I was like, oh, I did this thing, and also, oh, right, it goes from July 19th through 29th. So I get home for 2 days and then turn around and go to Gen Con. So
oh boy, and it's not like you'll be staying up late when you're at this course.
well, and that's the thing. I also will they put you up in dorm rooms, so I'm gonna have a fucking roommate and communal bathrooms and bullshit like that. So it's not like I could even be like, okay, guys, let's rehearse and shit, because I don't know. I don't want a roommate. I don't like people.
I'm sorry.
Roommates do suck.
Well, the plus side is we're not doing a brand new 100% scripted show at Gen Con
True.
this year. So
True.
Right. We're just
It won't be-
modifying.
yeah. So we can send like material that you can practice on your own with you.
Yeah.
By
Yeah.
then we'll have plenty. So
Yeah.
So that'll,
No, I know.
that'll be okay.
Or,
It'll
I
just
mean, with
be-
your roommate, why not like tell them you have some kind of awful fart condition and like
I mean, they're gonna find that out anyway. So.
I was gonna say, like, you could release some rotten egg smell into the room and play some fart sound effects and maybe see if you can get them to
Yes,
request.
I'll
like-
fake it. That's a good idea.
I mean,
I'm always weird about the fact that like I have to have a white noise machine. Like I cannot sleep if it's too quiet. So it's always one of those like, here's this thing that I'm gonna turn on. Hope you're okay with it, because I've thought that maybe I should bring like earplugs with me when I do that, when I know I'm gonna have a roommate, and be like, if you don't like it, here's at least this maybe, or because
I had to. If you want a spare white noise machine, I'll bring you mine because I can't use it anymore. I've had to resort to earplugs because somebody can't stand the white noise machine, so I just have to go full earplugs.
the earplugs make it worse, because then all I can hear is my ears ringing.
Oh, see, I don't. Sometimes, like, if I focus, I can hear my heartbeat pretty well, but I don't get any ringing.
Oh yeah, no, I just have constant.
and
That's
it
the
is.
sound.
Interesting that you chose to go like this instead of making a ringing sound.
Nope, I hissed. There are many cats that sit in my ears and hiss at me.
That's a very 21st century belief about how sound works.
Yep.
It's
So-
a bit weird.
Should we talk
Hold a
about
shell
this?
up to your ear. It makes
Mm.
hissing cat noises. I've heard.
Should we talk about the spoiler cast that we're gonna have?
I mean, yeah, we'll get there. We're going to talk about Infinity Wars, but we're not going to talk about it on the main podcast.
Okay.
We will have a completely different stream, in fact. So if you're here and in the chat right now, when we're done with the podcast, we're gonna end this stream and we will start a new one, which already exists on YouTube, so it should be easy to find. And then we'll spoil stuff. So if you haven't seen it yet, don't
Go
be
to that
there
other
for
one.
that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the plan. We all saw Infinity Wars. We have things to say, but we know that it hasn't even been out for a week yet, so we don't want to ruin anything for anybody. I can't decide if I might just tack it on to the end of the podcast entirely. I can't decide if I want to put out 2 separate podcasts. Or if we let the Sarah Donner song play, and then even after that is over, although then I'm worried. Well, we'll talk about it, but
Right. Well, and also we could perhaps take suggestions from the people in the chat.
Yeah, what do you guys think? And what have you seen other podcasts do that you liked? Would you rather us, when we're doing these, which won't be all the time, but do you want the podcast and then a completely separate one that's the spoiler cast? Or one file, but wait until even our outro music is done. So, yeah, let us know what you think in the chat.
Also, Jason, a million lols for nothing ever happens on Mars.
Boring, 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 boring.
Oh, I love that movie. So amazing.
Makes me so happy. Okay, this is
a penis reduction.
Oh, Ron. Oh, Ron. It's just a little surgery. Oh, Ron. Okay. I love Catherine O'Hara so much. If you guys do not know what we're talking about, it's a little movie called Waiting for Guffman.
It's amazing.
If you are not involved in theater at one time in your life, you probably will not appreciate it. You will just be like, OMG, what the fuck am I watching?
I don't know. I mean, I was never really a theater kid, and I fucking loved it.
I said probably.
It's basically just, if you have any experience with weird ass subcultures and how insular and strange they can be, then
and if you're here listening to us, then you have experience with these things.
Yeah, I mean, Christopher Guest is a fucking genius. If you liked any of his other mockumentaries.
Or if you just enjoyed The Princess Bride, where he plays Count Rugen, the six-fingered man.
I don't think enjoying Princess Bride automatically means you're going to enjoy Waiting for Guffman.
Yes, it does. Actually, I would say it's nearly a perfect overlap.
I don't think it is.
Yeah, no, I think Princess Bride has a much larger...
Super not.
And, yeah.
I happen to know people who enjoy Princess Bride, but
no, all right,
like children.
Well,
I'm pretty sure the age I was when I saw Princess Bride, I would not have liked any of the like.
I think I would have thought Waiting for Guffman was fucking hilarious just because of the nothing ever happens on Mars parts, and the dog show one would have been good too. Best in Show.
Best in Show. Yeah.
I saw Waiting for Guffman the first time when I was like 14 or 15 probably, and I loved it. I mean, that's not a child, but
yeah.
Of course, I also watched it with the cast of the show that I was doing at that time.
So they taught you all the right places to laugh.
Well, I don't know that they taught me.
I wanna be teacher's pet.
Wow. Teacher, I love you. Whoa. God, I'm so sorry to everyone who's never seen this film, which is probably the majority of you because you are not understanding any of this conversation right now. But trust me when I say that Parker Posey is a pure delight in that
I do love her.
Plus Fred Willard, Eugene Levy, Catherine O'Hara. I just on top of Christopher Guest, of course, but
yeah. Oh, so amazing.
Anyway, that's enough about a movie that probably no one has seen. I mean, none of our fans, I mean, wow. Can I say
Except maybe the fan that made a reference to?
Well,
right.
Obviously, but
obviously not those chips.
That's a different.
That's a Princess Bride reference, sort of. It's fine. Let's move on.
Okay, let us move on. What did you guys do this week? What else? We've talked about some things.
What did you do? You haven't talked about what you did.
I mean, I saw Infinity Wars.
It's Infinity War.
Whatever.
There's one singular.
Yeah, I get it.
War. Huh. Good God, y'all. What is it good for?
Well,
absolutely nothing.
For correcting
Listen to
people
me.
is apparently it's good for.
Ha! Well, what was your just, I guess, overall impression? Did you like it?
Yeah, duh.
Okay, so me too. Amanda?
Yes.
Forgive Amanda's lack of enthusiasm currently. She's just nearly asleep. It's not that she didn't like it.
I liked it a lot. I don't feel like I can express any emotion about it without being spoilery in some way.
I'm totally with you.
So
I will say so.
Don't say anything. Like we will talk about it on the other. Like
that's the whole point.
Like I don't want to talk about it at all here because either I want to talk about it or not. But I can't do this.
Binary,
like,
I can accept that.
Yeah,
all right.
Yeah.
I've started working my way through some of the erotica that people have sent me after book club.
Yikes.
And this is some good shit, y'all. This is some seriously good shit. Okay, so the thing that I finished, that like I just finished, is something Justin sent me. It's called Head Prolapse Orgy. No, Head Prolapse Elegy, excuse me. There is an orgy in it. And so what it refers to is a kind of supernatural creature that you may know from Dungeons and Dragons. It's a Penangolin, which is like a woman, usually like a beautiful woman, who can detach her head from her body and her internal organs are attached to it. And she flies around like biting and killing people, and especially babies. They love to suck all the blood out of babies. And then usually she has to live in a can of vinegar or dunk herself.
That's not what it is.
That's too.
It's this weird like anteater armadillo.
That's what I was
That's
thinking.
a pangolin. That's a pangolin.
That's
No shit.
It's practically the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, pangolins, penangolins. Dun, 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 Penangolin. There's lots of different words for them, and there's different kind of versions of the legend. So in this manga, it's a Pontianak, or Mananagal is another term. But basically, it just means like
I think she's just making up words.
I think so too.
Yeah.
That's offensive to Malaysian people.
You're offensive to Malaysian people.
Probably, yeah. But in this amazing manga, it's about a young Pontianak, and she has a problem. Every time she orgasms, her head pops off and her body and all of her internal organs come out, and the man that she's with goes eek and flies out the window.
What do you mean every time? How can that happen more than once? Because then you...
Oh, well, because they're undead, basically.
Yeah, but then they're gross, so... Like, after that happens one time, their head is over there and their guts are over there.
They can put their organs back into their body. Like,
that doesn't seem very sterile. That seems like you're asking for infection.
Actually, that's a big thing that comes up in the manga, is that, like...
Can you guys hear that thunder? That just...
Yeah, was that thunder?
Yeah,
I thought somebody was, like, throwing some boxes around.
No, there's, like, tornado watches and shit going on right now, so...
Yay.
And the thunder rolls.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a problem, actually. Sometimes if she stays outside of her body, like, too long, then, like, weird little hairs start to grow on her organs. Or, like, one time she got her organs back in, but they didn't connect properly. And so, like, poop started to build up, and she had to, like, get her head and organs out of her body and then use her body, like, animate it to clean the poop off of her organs. It's actually kind of cute and endearing, like a slice of life for undead spirit of a woman whose head pops off. So basically no guy can really handle that. So she eventually like starts posting on dating profiles that she's a monster. And then she meets a guy and they each think they have the same monster condition, but he actually, when he comes, his neck just gets really long. His head doesn't detach. And they're each like, ew, gross, you're a monster. How dare you have sex with me? And so finally, then because he had sex with her, like, though, like some of her blood got on him and infected him. And so now he actually is a Pontianak. And so she's like, oh, sweet. So I can just infect people. And she tries to infect dudes to have sex with, but actually instead of their heads prolapsing, it's just like their dicks and their other organs just fly away. And so that doesn't work. So it turns out all the people she's able to successfully infect are women. So she starts running a whorehouse of Pontianak women. And then eventually like the cops bust in and there's a raid. And so all the Pontianak women heads like float up and bite the cops and get their blood in them. And then it ends with an orgy because all the guys have now turned into Pontianaks as well. So a happy ending.
Is it?
I'm going to wait for the movie.
Yeah.
You know, it being Japan and all, that might happen.
Well, that was a weird story.
For anyone interested in reading an actual adorable teenage love story featuring a Puntianak main character, I will reiterate the story The House of Aunts, Aunts, by Zen Cho. It is beautiful. It is absolutely fucking wonderful. It's one of the best short stories I've ever read. I fucking love it. And it is of a decidedly different tone than Head Prolapse Elegy.
Yeah,
but
that's
thank you,
probably
Justin.
for the best. Real weird.
I don't know. I liked it. I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah, you would.
I would. At one point, she's so
And did.
horny that she has her head go down on her body when it's like floating
come
around.
Ugh, gross.
See,
Well-
William gets it. William Priest, yeah, they dunk themselves in vinegar to make their organs sort of shrivel up so they fit back to the neck hole. Yeah.
That's fine. Josh told me that now that I've been inducted into the RPG world, I have to learn this shit too.
Oh,
I
yeah.
ain't gotta learn shit. Amanda doesn't know about it.
Nope.
She's been in this world for way longer than I have.
Yeah, and I still don't know shit about fuck.
I
Or
mean,
fuck about shit.
it is a fairly obscure D&D reference. I think it may have been in either the Fiend Folio.
I was gonna say the amount of knowledge that Rusi has about RPG things is
We will
not
never
like
have.
indicative of what a normal RPGer knows.
That's
because
good.
she actually does remember all the things. She doesn't have to take notes.
So John Latch also sent me a great story that's supposed to be about a bunch of dryads, I think, fucking people. And then, like, to help preserve this woodland, it's like an eco porn story. So yeah, looking forward to that. Thank you, guys. If you want to send me any other weird erotica, just fucking keep it coming, guys. Like, keep it coming.
Please don't keep her coming. It's real weird.
I have my sleep for that.
Yeah, exactly. She doesn't need your.
I don't need your help.
She doesn't need your weird D&D smut.
So that's what I've been doing.
I saw A Quiet Place.
How was that? Wait, it's a scary movie, isn't it?
Yeah, but the reason I can't go see scary movies in theaters typically is because of gore, not because
okay.
of scare factor.
Okay.
Which is why I was able to go see Get Out, and I
Right.
was fine, or relatively
Except for
fine,
that one.
The surgeon
one
part,
moment
yeah.
at the very end.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it was really great. I enjoyed that.
I can't get over the central concept. I'm like, what if somebody farts?
Or
You're all
see,
gonna die.
this is not. There are other noises happening in the world. They address this. There are other noises happening in the world. It has to be like a distinct noise that can be picked out above all other noises. A fart is not that.
Apparently you've never heard me fart.
Okay, well, I have.
We have definitely heard you fart.
The other thing is I can't forgive the main characters for deciding, it's a great plan.
To be fair, that's not how it happens.
Let's have another kid.
We don't know how it happens.
They-
Like, yes, they wind up pregnant, but it's the fucking apocalypse. Presumably, birth control ran out at some point. What
Yeah,
if it
but
was an
condoms are
accident?
Condoms are still gonna be around, and even if
And
it's an
they're
accident,
not 100%.
dude, if a motherfucker can soundproof his basement, he can help figure out an abortion. That's just the dumbest plan.
Those things are not equivalent.
Yeah,
Yes, they are.
100% no. Yeah, your problems with this film are problematic to me.
I cannot countenance. Also, the idea of like, well, honey, remember, it wasn't your fault. It was totally that kid's fault. Here, little bro. Okay, daddy takes the sound-making toy away from the youngest and stupidest kid because it will make sounds and draw the aliens. Then the middle kid, or is it the oldest kid, is like, here, little kid, have this toy that makes noise. And then the little kid uses it and it makes noise. And then the little kid gets eaten by aliens. It's like, oh, it's not your fault, honey. You didn't know. I'm like, bullshit.
No.
The kids are all taught they're not allowed to make sounds.
Sure. Well, the young boy was too young to fully understand what he was doing. And
Right.
the older one who handed him the toy gave it to him without the batteries in it. And then he stole the batteries and put them in himself.
Yeah,
So,
it's still totally that kid's fault. It's like, no, actually, it was your fault. honey. Like, you totally killed your younger brother. Well done, you stupid kid.
That really, yeah, I mean, it sucks, but it's the fucking apocalypse. What do you do?
You let yourself die.
I mean, that's certainly an option.
That's my game plan for any and all apocalypses.
Oh, we know.
I mean, do you want to survive an apocalypse?
Yeah, we've talked about this before.
Well, I didn't know if your views had evolved.
Please.
What if you end up pregnant?
I can deal with it. What do you do? I really like the idea of the option of a relatively safe place, which, you know, maybe doesn't come, but I'd like to find out, of just like gardening, which I enjoy, and just like reading books, which I enjoy, and not having to go to work.
Don't really
that appeals to me.
Apocalypse is gonna be about, but all right.
Listen,
depends on what kind of apocalypse it is.
That's the thing, is these are all hypothetical, and in some of those hypotheticals, I could reasonably find a place that's relatively safe to live and just like garden and read for the rest of my life.
I mean, I'll admit that sounds amazing, but you gotta eat.
What do you think gardening is for?
Well, what makes you think you'll be able to garden without attracting, you know, other shit?
Why does there have to be other shit? Like,
Well,
like I said,
happens
there's
in
many.
an apocalypse.
Not
No,
always.
It depends on, right. If you're talking about like the stand situation, like just a Blythe
People
has
die.
got some special mutation and she is resistant to the thing that kills 99.99% of all people, then
Exactly.
like
Yes, but in the stand, right? If we're dealing with the stand
I'm
continuity,
just saying in the stand, in that it was caused by a virus, there's obviously other shit going on there.
right,
Think of
that
like
catches up nearly
what's the
everybody
show? The
that's
Last
with it.
Man, The Last Man on Earth or whatever.
Last Man on Earth, sure.
Yeah, like that's sort of the thing. It's just like everybody just got sick.
Or like,
And that's
why
it.
the last man?
But it's not
Well,
everybody. It's
it
just all
wasn't.
men.
Sure, but you know, there's still societal collapse on some level.
I mean, I would say that one is probably your best bet for being able to garden and just read.
Yeah, maybe. I'm just saying, we established there are many apocalypse options here. So I'm not going to say that if there was any apocalypse, I would be peacing out.
I mean, if it's X-Men, if it's the X-Men apocalypse, as long as it's not like the shitty movie version, I would definitely just want to stick around and like watch, like eat some popcorn and shit.
I mean, no one's going to argue with that. So,
however, there are plenty of ways to affect a relatively safe abortion even without modern technology. I'm just going to throw that out there. That's a thing. You can find recipes for abortifacient tea. It's not
How are you
dangerous.
going to find those recipes if you don't have the internet?
They're actually in books.
well, how are you going to find all those specific ingredients?
Yeah. Also, how are you going to find those specific books? Like, you have to know what you're looking for to
That's
be able
true.
to
It's
look
not
for
just
it.
standard. You can't just go to the library and be like, "Hello, librarian, can you
They
please
don't even
direct
have, like,
me to
card
the
catalogs
abortion
anymore
book?"
that are
That's
actual-
why I'm recommending that you download that shit now in preparation. And if you like gardening, it's a fairly easy way to get the ingredients. Or if all the people are dead, you can just go to an herbalist shop, which, considering that you live in an urban area, shouldn't be too difficult to find.
I mean, if an
Blythe, would you
apocalypse
be able
happens,
to break into a store that
if
it was the
society has
apocalypse?
collapsed and there are no longer rules, probably.
Suck it, Amanda.
That's not a second, Amanda. She was
No.
asking for
was a
curiosity's
question.
sake.
yeah.
Rizzy, not everything is a versus.
Ah!
Oh my goodness.
But I'm just saying, ladies, take your precautions. Download your recipes now. It is on the internet, or there are like figure out the book and you can buy the book. I think there's still copies floating around out there. Just be
Men,
prepared.
Do
Is
the
all I-
same if you're, because you know you're responsible for your own
Spooge.
procreation.
Your ring righteous.
Anyway, Amanda,
Yeah.
do you want to talk about any more of the stuff you've been doing, or has it just been like getting ready for that? Whatchamacallit? I always
Yep.
want to say convention, but that's not it.
Conference.
Yeah, conference.
They're kind of like conventions.
Well, if the words weren't so similar, I could probably find it a little easier. Because I don't have much else, but Amanda, if you don't have anything else, we could get into the Dork Pride chat. Poor Amanda. Someday she'll sleep, you guys. We promise.
One of these days.
Probably not.
She will.
Josh says a relatively safe place where she can kill Sean without consequences.
Amen, sister. Fucking amen. Dork Pride chat? Rizzy?
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna have to think of something because I completely forgot. All right. Okay.
You completely forget the one thing you're responsible for.
Because I was busy filling in the timeline for our D&D campaign this afternoon. In the OneNote, in the Microsoft OneNote, that's what I was doing.
Okay.
I got a little carried away in places. I'm sorry, Amanda. I put in too much stuff.
I didn't, I saw 2 sentences.
There's been more. Anyway, so Dork Pride chat. Apocalypse scenario. Do you want to survive or not? Are there specific apocalypses that you'd be okay surviving? And which ones? For me, it's just a blanket no. I do not want to live without my modern conveniences. I like my hormonal birth control and my cappuccino machines and my internet. Fuck everything else.
Well, we've already established my answer.
Right.
Depending on the apocalypse, I'm gonna at least try to ride it out and see what happens. Because if I can fucking
garden and read,
disappear, and just live my life, I'll stick around for a while. Amanda, how do you feel about all this?
I mean, it really depends on whether or not I can still get cookies. Because if I can't, I don't think it's a life worth living.
Do no bake cookies count?
No, those are not.
Well,
No,
I mean,
fair.
I'm just trying to think in terms of. I would say that baked things would probably be decently easy. Like if you could build an oven, like an old-fashioned stone oven.
Sure, but how long could you get the proper ingredients to even make the cookie dough?
A lot of that is non-perishable stuff, like Crisco.
Flour though.
That's what I'm thinking. And like bugs are gonna get in there. Bugs are gonna get in there even if it's not.
So really early on. So the strategy for survival is what Amanda needs to do is get a bunch of fucking plastic tubs and hoard a bunch of flour right from the beginning. Like
because it doesn't matter how well you hoard. Like you're getting weevils in that shit. Like it does not
bugs will find a way no matter what.
Well,
they're just in there.
I mean, can you be okay? I'm about to tell a fun story from my college days. At one point, Melissa and I, we were going to make corn pudding. And if you haven't, it's not like sweet pudding. It's like a...
Sure.
Yeah.
Still sounds awful, but okay.
It was delicious. And weevils had gotten into our corn flour. And we just decided, perhaps with the aid of some booze, that fuck it, we were going to make this anyway. So we had corn and weevil pudding. And I am not ashamed. So Amanda, are you okay with weevils in your cookies? I guess
maybe.
That's actually a good point. I hadn't
right. So
can
if you can tolerate,
but there's also butter and eggs, which are going to be.
Oh, I mean, lots of people raise chickens in urban environments.
Yes, but that also depends on how animals may have been affected by the apocalypse as well. So
okay, so the specific apocalypse in which you would survive it simply has to be one that allows you to have cookies.
Yes.
Okay. I mean, I think that's any number of apocalypses, as long as you can keep chickens and I guess a cow for butter purposes.
Yeah, but I don't want to have to take care of them. So there has to be at least one other person there too.
You need to be like some kind of local lord, like in the, the whole that will be created by the collapse of local governments. You need to be in a relatively high position so that you can have minions who take care of your cow and chicken.
I'd be fine with that.
Okay. So Amanda's going to be a warlord in the apocalypse.
To be fair,
for the purpose of cookies.
Chickens are relatively easy to take care
of.
Oh
yeah, they are.
So that,
but cows less so.
Right. That's
for no other reason. They need space.
There's sirens going off, guys.
Who knows? It's probably fine. William points out that goats are easier than cows, and you can get milk from them.
Yeah, but goat milk and cookies.
Well, I mean,
it's got a tang.
I mean.
beggars and choosers and all that, but if we're going to the extremes of animal husbandry during the apocalypse, why not go full cow? Apocalypse cow.
Josh points out we've already established from Amanda and I playing Don't Starve that we're fucked. He's not wrong.
That's true. How many times do we get to restart?
Yeah.
Because
also, can I jump into a black hole?
Justin suggests you barter for butter.
There's a tornado warning now.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's probably not super good. I mean, you're probably still fine. How many times have I heard sirens going off in my life versus how many times have I seen a fucking tornado? Which is to say, many, many times have I heard sirens. 0 times is the amount of times I've seen a tornado.
Well, the northeast Kansas / northwest corner of Missouri, like, it's hilly enough that most of the tornadoes tend to break up before they touch down. Back in Lawrence, like, literally once the sirens went off, we'd all go outside and, like, look up so we could see the tornadoes beginning to form and then they'd break up. Like, that was stupid. There was one, like, right over my house. It didn't touch down, though. It looked like a giant black claw coming out of the sky, though.
I was at work a couple weeks ago and we had tornado sirens going off, which is a little unusual here. Not entirely unheard of, but it doesn't happen as much here as it does in like Kansas City.
Actually, Texas has the highest rates of tornado touchdown anywhere in the country simply because it is so large.
Sure, but in one city.
Oh, I'm about to get
not so much
slammed
with tornadoes
or dicks.
I don't know if you can see.
Oh my
this is
God!
The weather. That big red thing is like coming right fucking at me. So, like the worst part right in the middle.
Oh, goody.
That's fun.
Yeah, I think the tornado-y stuff is more north. Like, that's where you've got, like, the hook bullshit.
It brings you back.
Sorry. Oh, goodness. Okay, well,
so I'm just going to continue to sit next to these 2 big windows right here. And I
notice
I am
worried about the apocalypse.
I'm losing resolution, like,
slowly
so I'm
dying.
sure that my internets are
not doing great
slowing.
Things.
Yeah,
it's not too bad on this end. So,
okay.
but good. I mean, we've done the Dork Pride chat, and we want to hear from you. If you want to tell us about whether or not you would deuce out, if an apocalypse happened, or specific types of apocalypses, your feelings on those, we would love to hear it. You can tweet at us. That's really the best way is on Twitter with the hashtag Dork Pride Chat.
Joshua Donovan points out something interesting. Like, if you had braces on when the apocalypse started, you were stuck with that shit forever.
Oh, shit. Surely you could just go pry that shit off somewhere, though, right? I mean, it wouldn't feel good, but
I don't know.
It'd be hard to, like, it would not be fun.
That's precision work, right?
It would be a hack job.
Yeah, it'd be rough.
You wouldn't.
I mean, I just got my new IUD, so I'm good for 5 years.
There you go.
Oh, well, that's not bad.
There's that.
And as long as you can, again, become a local warlord or a ruler of some other kind, then you can probably get cookies, I would imagine. Anybody who wants to join in on my mutual suicide pact, in case of apocalypse, you are more than welcome.
I mean, if there's no cookies, I'm there with you.
Oh, excellent. All right. I'll save you a spot just in case.
Okay.
Just in case it's the kind of apocalypse where you can't keep cows and shit. Like,
and like,
if you change your mind.
I'd have a little while as I go through all of the like Pepperidge Farm cookies that are still good at the grocery store. But let's be honest, those aren't going to last very long.
Okay. So here's the thing: like immediately after the apocalypse, unless the zombies are literally coming inside my house and I only have time to like, shank myself, I too would want some kind of cookie orgy, all kinds of orgies really before I went. Like there's no reason to leave on a sad note.
That's fair. That's actually a good point.
Fill yourself up with Cheetos and cookies and then off yourself.
Maybe you could have like a junk food cookie orgy suicide.
Yes, junk food cookie orgy suicide, which also would be a good coochie suicide. My slip is showing, Mr. Freud. That would also be a good episode title.
That's too many words.
Okay, so ring rape jism it is.
I mean, that's my preference.
If Blythe's preference is ring wraith
jism. Yeah.
See, cherry flavored ring wraith jism is an entirely different thing, and I love that.
Yeah. Amanda, will you please end it? Please end it. End it all.
Sorry, I'm like looking at the weather, so like, you guys may need to.
Okay, then I'm ending it, guys. Okay. Now that we've discussed ring wraith jism for a second time, we're bringing it full circle, and because of that, that is going to be it for episode 86 of the Dork Pridecast. Thank you to Sarah Donner for allowing us to use music off of her latest album, Black Hole Heart. You can find us on Twitter and Facebook and YouTube and Instagram, and I think that's it. Also, if you happen to have a few minutes and you can rate and subscribe to our podcast, rate, review, subscribe, whatever you can do to our podcast, we consent for you to do on any platform where our podcast can be gotten. So
just fist that podcast.
Just, you can fist it so hard. It honestly, it helps us. The bigger our podcast asshole gapes, the more people we can fit inside and force to listen to our nonsense. Yes. So please force more people in here with your fists of glory. And that's okay. I don't know. I'm just talking.
And if you do want to contribute in the form of dollars as opposed to fisting, please check out our Patreon at patreon.com/Damsels of Dorkington, where you can get access to rewards that are only available there, such as a fuck ton of bonus content and being on the list of super awesome patrons that we thank at the end of this podcast, like these people. How we thanking people tonight? Do we want to say what type of apocalypse they're in?
Or what type? Yeah, I like that.
Okay, all right, cool. So let's go super basic. John Haight is in a zombie apocalypse, but plot twist, it's the one from The Girl with All the Gifts, which is a really awesome book. And so John Haight is one of the special children that is like craves the taste of human flesh, but can still like act like a human being and stuff. We don't know why, because he was a full-grown adult at the time the fungus went out. But yeah, he's a special child of zombies.
That's real weird.
Yep.
Mary Henderson is in an apocalypse caused by nuclear war or nuclear war, whichever you're into.
Gross.
So it's not sexy. I'm sorry about that, but she was in a bunker when it all happened, so she doesn't have radiation poisoning or like melty faces or anything. So she's still really pretty. So you got that going for you. Amanda, do you want to join in on this, or do you want to keep staring at the weather? Honestly, either way. No. This is not judgment. I'm legitimately like offering an in or an out.
Yeah, just
okay, Blythe, can you do Joshua Griffiths? Because I have an idea for Josh and Jessica Rowell.
Absolutely. Okay, well, Joshua Griffiths was actually in that bunker with Mary Henderson when the nuclear war happened. But it shook some things up, and unfortunately, it sent him to another timeline.
Oh, shit!
Yeah, so he's in a slightly different Mary Henderson is in the nuclear war apocalypse, and Josh Griffiths is in the nuclear war apocalypse.
You're a monster and need to be stopped.
But they can't get back to each other, so it's a really sad love story, you guys.
So for those of you out there who have read A Canticle for Leibowitz, which is the all-time best piece of nuclear war fiction, you may remember a specific character who is a two-headed monstrosity person born of radiation stuff, and that is Josh and Jessica Rowell. One head is Josh, and one head is Jessica Rowell. And when the one head has its eyes open and is talking, the other one is kind of asleep, and they just kind of wander around saying very pithy things that you can interpret however you want, like as a commentary on human nature and the unchanging warlike state of humans that even after the first nuclear apocalypse happened leads us to make a second one. So yeah, awesome.
Okay, well there you go. Mason Sleater, who welcome. He's a brand new patron from
In Time for the Apocalypse.
In Time for the Apocalypse. Well, guess what? Mason was a part of the best and worst kind of apocalypse because you can still get cheeseburgers, which is great, and porn. But what happened were the robots, they got sentient, and now you're enslaved. So, like, yeah, you still have some nice things. You have a roof over your head. You don't have to worry about things eating your face, but you are enslaved to robots. Sorry.
Sean Palmer, I'm sorry to say, was trapped in that weather apocalypse from that god-awful movie The Day After Tomorrow where you have to run away from the cold. That's a thing you can do. And that's currently what Sean Palmer is doing in that apocalypse, is just running from the cold. The cold is always coming after you. And there's also terrible CGI wolves. God, that movie sucked.
Richard Hirsch is actually just in a rapture apocalypse where everyone else has been raptured, but not you, motherfucker.
That'd actually be a pretty good apocalypse.
Yeah, it'd be okay.
I know, right?
Too. Yeah, for sure. Like, see, that's the sort of apocalypse I would be okay with.
All right, okay, fine. If the rapture happens, then yes, I will totally stick around for that. I will not kill myself in the event of the rapture because, yeah, all the obnoxious assholes are going to be gone and the rest of us can finally have the planet to ourselves.
Indeed.
Good
there
times.
You go. Okay.
Alec Teller, his apocalypse is kind of like the one for The Stand, only instead of a plague that killed people, it made, if you have a dick, it grows wings and detaches from your body. And it just flies away. And so human reproduction at first comes to a complete standstill, but then women find ways to lure the dicks in, like to their vaginas. So you basically have to like trap them and get them to jizz in you. But with shiny objects. You'll like dangle a shiny object in front of your vagoo and hopefully the dick will fly in there. But sometimes it could be two dicks at the same time, like, or you might get a dick swarm where the dicks like are just all over you. And so I'm sorry, Alec Teller, your dick is one, but your genetic material survives, right? So I guess that's a happy ending in the apocalypse because your dick is just out there flying free as a bird. It's a really, really strange plague. I don't know what the scientists who made that one were thinking.
Well, last but not least, of course, is Gordon Nelson, and unfortunately, his apocalypse that he was stuck in was basically the end of Little Shop of Horrors.
Oh, fuck!
Yeah, so all the plants just came alive and developed a taste for our blood, and over time, they just overtook and ate literally all of us. Bye.
But at least they were singing.
Sure. And they had like some doo-wop backup singers. So if you're going to go out, I guess being munched by a plant is not the worst. Ow! Sorry, something just bit me. I don't know.
Was it a plant? Did a plant bite you?
Maybe.
Well,
it's already started.
The calls are coming from inside the house. I guess in the spirit of thanking you before we all die from plants, I'd like to thank Kevin Larson, Jason Sanchez, Joseph Harris, April Barker, Daniel Naruda, who is brand new. Thank you, sir. Melody Glatzel-Smith, William Priest, Wayne Walls, Darren Wilson, Jeremy Elbows Hannah, and Rusty Hill.
Amanda, you back?
So thanks for joining us, everyone. This has been not a special bonus episode.
No, I didn't change that.
No, this has just been a regular episode.
Yeah.
Episode 86 of the Dork Pridecast.
You guys had a lot of things going for you.
And we will not see you all day every day this week. I should change this line.
I changed it last week and didn't change it back. Sorry.
Deuces.
Jetpack. Bye. What is happening? I don't